Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor. We are starting our news show with the following stories this week. Georgia Lash interviews the Vice President of Physician Services from Beaufort Memorial Hospital. Jojo Hines checked with the GFWC about their 10th anniversary. And later in the program, we get a preview of one of our TV crew's upcoming movie. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News. With our news team bringing you stories from Sun City and the Low Country. Taking the lead with entertainment news. And on deck is our sports report. Sun City News, from people you know, about people you know. This week's SCTV News starts now.
The Association of American Medical Colleges projects a shortage of 20,000 to 40,000 primary care doctors by 2036. Some of our Sun City residents are already challenged by physician availability. Chris Ketchy, Vice President of Physician Services, was in our studio to give us some local insight into this issue.
Welcome, Chris. Thank you for coming into Sun City TV studio. We've got some residents in Sun City who've got some challenges right now with medical care availability. And these residents, let's say particularly our newcomers and those who've maybe had a physician who's retired or moved out of the area, are a little surprised at the number of primary care providers that are available and accepting new patients and the length of time it takes to secure that first appointment. What's causing this?
Well, that's a very good question, Georgia. I think, you have to consider, depending if you're new to the area or, to your point, if you just lost a provider due to retirement or maybe they moved out of the area. One of the big reasons for this really is the population growth into the Low Country, specifically Beaufort County. This location has always been popular for vacations and retirements, but really over the last 5 years, we have seen a tremendous growth in the population here, both north of the Broad and south of the Broad. On top of that, you're coming from communities, perhaps larger cities where you've been established with primary care for 20, 30 years, been an established patient. You haven't had to kind of fight for a new patient slot. And so, that's a big challenge for getting folks in. Recruitment also, is getting new providers going through the institutions, whether they're physicians or our advanced practice providers, PAs, nurse practitioners. The institutions really can't keep up with the need quickly enough. So the throughput takes some time. And so you're getting a new provider in and 8 months, their patient panel is filling up. And so that's a big challenge.
Now, do you have any recommendations for those of us facing this challenge?
Yes. What I recommend, if you're new to the area, I would go ahead and call a primary care provider. We have about 56 primary care providers across our medical group. So the largest portion of any specialty within our group. I'd go ahead and get on the schedule. I wouldn't wait. That way you can have your visit to established care. And if there's something that pops up in the interim, we have 3 express care locations, urgent cares. And so we're all the same electronic medical records. So if you see one of those providers, when you finally get to your primary care provider, they have all of your records and they can see everything.
Now, specifically, does Beaufort Memorial have resources for patients to go on and find primary care providers that are accepting new patients?
Mm-hmm. We do. So there's a couple of different, modalities that you get information about us. If you're new to the area, you get a lot of mailers, and we promote all of our specialties really to things that you might need, including primary care. You can go to our website, BeaufortMemorial.org, and you can look for our providers, any specialty, specifically primary care. We will have those that are listed and currently taking patients. Now that changes because as patients move out of the area, or we just add more providers, those panels kind of open up and close. And so we're constantly looking at access. On top of that, members of my team may kill me for saying this, but 2 weeks ago, we launched online scheduling. So in our primary care practices, all of them, For established patients right now, you can go ahead and schedule your appointment online versus having to call the practice and get on the list. But those are great opportunities. Very soon we'll be opening up to new patient visits, so you'll be able to see those as well.
Now, is there a best way to get an appointment initially?
I would do a little research, see what providers are out there who are currently taking patients, find out what that practice is, go ahead and call. We may be able to get you in very quickly as the provider wraps up, or we'll get you on the schedule, or maybe you can be on the wait list. And what we do is we kind of call back through that wait list as openings occur and try to get patients on that time. In addition to that, we have systems that will help as slots come open. You might be 3 months out, but there might be a slot that someone canceled opens up. So it'll reach out to you and say, hey, Georgia, would you like to move up your visit 2 weeks? And you say, absolutely, and you can accept it and come earlier.
Now, we get through that first hurdle. We've had our first initial appointment. What is the importance of becoming an established patient, and is there an advantage or benefits to being an established patient?
Well, obviously, as a physician practice or a panel of patients matures, you're going to have more established patients and new patients vice a brand new provider. So once you're established and you keep up with that, that kind of keeps you in the groove. I won't say a priority, but it's just the ratio of slots open, obviously. But for your care, in most cases, you're coming, depending on what your age group is, if you're 55 and older and comorbidities, you might come 4 times, let's say, in an 18-month period. 18 months is important because that's when I look back and see what's the active patient panel of any provider.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I hate to say it, but that's our time for this week. But Chris and I are going to continue this conversation that you'll be able to catch on next week's news, including information about the Beaufort Memorial expansion. Thank you for today, Chris.
Absolutely. Thank you, Georgia.
The GFWC Women's League of the Lowcountry celebrated their 10th anniversary recently, and JoJo Hines, a member herself, caught up with the past and the present president. Let's listen in.
Well, I'm here with Sharon Quinter, a past president of the GFWC, and Lynn McCann, the present president of the GFWC. Welcome, ladies.
Thanks.
Well, we want to ask you guys, can you tell us what the GFWC represents?
Sure. GFWC, the initials, are the General Federation of Women's Clubs, and it is an international organization that is a women's volunteer service organization. Actually, it's the largest women's volunteer service organization in the world. They have been in existence since the 1800s. We have a headquarters down in Washington, D.C., and there are representative clubs in every state.
Okay,
Yeah.
Exactly. And Lynn, can you tell us what the Lowcountry, the Women's Club of the Lowcountry, which is what we're called, does for the surrounding counties?
Sure. So we primarily focus our efforts on Beaufort and Jasper County. Jasper in particular because of their relative need level. But our club, basically, our vision is living the volunteer spirit, and our sole purpose is to leave the community better than we found it. So we constantly are in communication with different organizations that serve our local area. And oftentimes our very industrious members will get ideas like the Strikeout Cancer activity that we just had that will serve a need and enable people to have fun at the same time. So we do a wide variety of things primarily in Beaufort and Jasper.
So what do we have on slate for this upcoming year? We're going to get started soon.
Yes, we're very excited. So we have a board meeting coming up very shortly where we'll probably identify our top 2 or 3 organizations that will support this year. We're going to have a very special Veterans Day brunch for women veterans in our community. And then you need to all be looking out for a very special and large event happening in March that we don't want to say too much about yet because people are going to be very excited, but we have some local celebrity and some local organizations that are going to join us in a big old fundraising event. Yeah.
Now, don't forget to look for that in March. Thank you, ladies, for speaking with us today.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jojo.
Still more to come. Georgia Lash gives us a Beaufort County update. We have a promo for the Memory Matters 5K run. And the hosts of Extra give us a preview of what's coming up in September. So stay with us. We'll return after this brief break.
Thinking about cutting that cable cord, or maybe you already did? Well, then it's a perfect time to get connected with our Sun City TV YouTube station. All our SCTV programming is on YouTube, so you won't miss anything, especially if you subscribe like over 1,000 of our residents already have. Sign in to youtube.com SCTV station, then click the subscribe button. You're all set.
Beaufort County Council Vice Chair Anne Maria Tabernick, known to us as Tab, shares some news of a county initiative that helps our Jasper County four-legged friends.
And I think we have a story today that's going to be very, very heartwarming to several of our residents because it's going to deal with some of our most beloved creatures. I'm going to let you run with this.
So on July 9th, I was asked to go to a meeting at the Beaufort County Animal Control Center. And our people that run our Animal Control Center, which they're just wonderful people. So Jasper County brought to light the dilemma they're in. They have a facility which is overcrowded and in disrepair. I'll just say that. And so it has been run by volunteers from JARM, Jasper Animal Rescue Mission, but on July 1st, they closed their doors and wouldn't accept any more animals. So the sheriff, you know, they continually get animals, people leave them on the road or whatever they do. So the sheriff called us all together because they needed some assistance from Beaufort County. So we had this meeting and we talked about the fact that Jasper County's been paying JARM and they've been doing a great job. They're volunteers, they love animals, but the facilities are lacking and now we're at a bit of a crisis.
Do you know that facility's from 1996 with
Yes.
no updates or renovations?
Correct. So anyway, but that's an issue Jasper County is going to have to deal with, you know, providing funds to build a new shelter. Beaufort County has a new shelter that opened a couple years ago on Pritchard Road. And so we all got together to talk about what can we do to help the animals because Jasper County's was closed at this point. So I was there just to bring it back to the administrator who then met with the other administrator and they drafted an IGA, it's called. That's an intergovernmental agreement. So we decided to enter in this agreement. The preliminary discussion was July 14th at the county council meeting. Well, so let me back up. One of the reasons we want to do this, Jasper's obviously our neighboring county. And they're in a bit of a crisis between their facility and now with JARM, and they're in a crisis. And so the point is, what can we do to help them since they are a neighboring county? And how can we, more importantly, help the animals, assist the animals? There's rumors flying out there that aren't true. Here's the intergovernmental agreement. It is for 1 year. It's a temporary stopgap to assist Jasper County. They have to figure out a long-term solution. I mean, we're not the long-term solution. They have to figure out what to do. So we're a 1 year agreement and it could be terminated at 30 days by either party. So if something comes up. And some of our residents have contacted me, well, why would we use our tax money to house Jasper animals? Good question, because you pay taxes Beaufort County. So the agreement says that we will keep track of every animal we take in from Jasper County. We will then back charge Jasper County for personnel services, any use of capital equipment like x-rays, whatever. If the animal needs surgery, which sometimes they do, they will have to pay for that. Medications, vaccinations, and sterilization.
Is there a shelf that they will only be able to spend that much money, or is it they're agreeing that within this year they will pay the expenses for these animals?
So they're agreeing they're going to pay the expenses. They do have in their budget, I don't remember exactly, but I'm going to round up $350,000 they were giving to JARM to run the service. So if they run over that, I don't expect this to go a full year. I think they're gonna figure out what to do. But if they run over that, they're gonna have to figure it out from their budget. So what I really want people to understand is there's no cost to the Beaufort County taxpayer. We're doing a good deed, because nobody wants to see critters, on the side of the road, maimed or whatever. So we're doing a good deed to help our neighboring county, but we are not funding it. They will reimburse us.
Lace up your sneakers and mark your calendar for Saturday, September 13th at 9 a.m. The Move Your Mind 5K Walk Run is back and better than ever. Run, walk, stroll, cheer, volunteer, family-friendly, dog-friendly. This year, they are thrilled to host their signature event at the Beach House at Coligny Beach, home to the Tiki Hut. You'll experience a beautiful oceanfront course and an inspiring community coming together to support Memory Matters programs for brain health and dementia care in the Low Country. Maybe too much? Add a personal touch to your day by purchasing a tribute sign for $250 to honor or remember a loved one. Include a name, message, and even a photo. Your sign will line the 5K route for all participants to see. Register as an individual or team, create your own fundraising page, spread the word with friends and family. Now, don't miss this chance to celebrate memories, create new ones, and help raise awareness and funds for brain health programs that impact families right here at home. Contact info@mymemorymatters.org or call 843-842-6688. The co-hosts of our SCTV monthly show Extra are in our studio to give us a preview of what they're bringing us in September.
Thanks, Norma. Georgia and I are back from a short staycation and catching up on the news in and around Sun City. Now we're back on task bringing you extended coverage of recently broadcast features from Sun City TV.
It's already September. No matter what date is on our diplomas, I think we all still associate this month with back to school. So in our September episode, we focused on learning.
We've got lots to share about the Fill the Bus fundraiser, which helps our young learners.
And you'll learn what's going on with one of Sun City's biggest projects, the Oakity Creek Golf Course renovation.
You'll learn what GFWC is all about, including what GFWC stands for. This group has a big celebration to share.
Now, each month we choose an extra special story. And this month, it's the special program so many of our Sun City neighbors value, the OLLI program where senior learning opportunities abound. We got the OLLI 101 on the past, present, and future of this program.
And we invite you to tune in to our extra show this month to learn more about what's going on in and around Sun City.
Now, for our cable viewers, you have 5 opportunities each day to watch Extra. And most conveniently, you can always catch us on our YouTube station, where we invite you to subscribe for easy viewing. Please tune in.
Still so much more ahead on Sun City News. Randy Selman's here with an entertainment report. We fill you in on one of our SCTV crew's upcoming movie, and Mike Romano reports on sports. So don't go away.
Welcome to the 2025 Sun City Garden Tour. Artist Claude Monet said, "My garden is my most beautiful masterpiece." And all around Sun City, we have beautiful landscape masterpieces. Thanks to our Sun City Avant Gardeners Club, we feature 5 beautiful gardens for you to enjoy and be inspired by to create your own garden masterpiece.
Randy Selman had the opportunity to sit down with Elizabeth Schlager, directors and board members of the May River Theater. Let's take a look.
Thank you so much for joining us today. There is so much to talk about, so let's get to it. So Beth, tell us a little bit about the May River Theater. Is it true that it's gone through some changes lately?
Absolutely. I think as the years have progressed, we've really looked to respond to the growing and changing demographic of Bluffton and really look to do shows that are going to bring in a greater spread of individuals coming to that age-wise.
Beth, you're going to have the show Ken Ludwig's Baskerville, a Sherlock Holmes mystery running from September 19th through the 28th. I'm a big fan of Sherlock Holmes, and I'm anxious to hear about the play.
So this version of Sherlock Holmes is definitely a farce. We have 5 characters that are portraying, or 5 actors that are portraying 40 different characters as they tell us one of Sherlock Holmes' classic tales.
Wow. Beth, you're directing a more obscure musical based on a movie from the 1930s, Reefer Madness, which runs from October 31st through November 16th. Fill us in on that.
Sure. So Reefer Madness is based on a movie that was originally came out in 1936. It was meant to kind of give the warnings of smoking marijuana, and it was very much kind of a fear-mongering type of show. Fast forward a couple decades, and it was remade into a musical that kind of sits somewhere between Rocky Horror and Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, that's exactly my feeling too.
Right.
I likened it to them also. So how many actors? What's it like? Big dance numbers?
There are some big dance numbers in that. We have a choreographer coming down from Charleston to help us with that. And the cast sits right between 13 and 15.
Liz, Beth, most of your shows are geared toward young performers. Are you looking for a more diverse cast and audience?
Sure. I think it really depends on the season. Based on different shows, we have everything from performers that are 16 all the way up to, in their 70s. I think our opening show this season when we did the Full Monty was a good example of that. The men in that were from 19 to 60.
Oh, wow. Ella, it was a pleasure to speak with you. Good luck with the plays, and we'll see you at the theater.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You can order tickets to the box by calling the box office at 815-5581. Remember, life is entertaining, so don't miss the show.
Bob Grando, who has been a cameraman for Sun City TV for many years, has produced a movie called Circle the Welcome Wagon, and we recently grabbed him to come in the studio to tell us all about it. Well, Bob, it's so different to see you on this side of the camera versus the other side of the camera.
Oh, yeah, I'm a lot more comfortable back there.
I'll try to make it
Okay.
as easy as possible,
Oh.
Bob, because you have a movie to talk about. So tell us a little bit of what this movie is about.
Okay, yeah, it's a comedy about a newcomer, Chip, who moves into a retirement community, and also about the Welcome Wagon that take him around, greet him. That's Cindy and Jerry in the Welcome Wagon. They show him around and bring him to a community, well, actually a neighborhood event, but he gets into an altercation there. So they try something different. They take him to a different activity, and he also gets into an altercation. So the problem is what to do with Chip. What to do with Chip, that's the thing, and you'll have to come see it.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with Chip. So now, who is in the movie and who was involved in the making of it?
Okay, yes. Well, Chip Hawkins is the main character, the star Chip in the movie, and he doesn't have any acting experience previous to this, but he does a really surprising job at it. And then there is Ann Prianti, who is a Sun City TV reporter. She's also an actress on stage. And Jerry Costello is the other Welcome Wagon guy. And he doesn't have acting experience, but he does a surprisingly good job at it. Right. And then behind the camera, we have Marlene Jones. Marlene Jones is also in the theater club, and she's assistant director. Several cameramen, John Ryan from Sun City TV, and Mike Leisure, and a couple of people from my neighborhood, Gene Chigarelli, and Matt Dodds doing the camera work. And then there's a total of like 50 people that appear on screen, about 9 of them from Sun City Television. I really appreciate their help. And 6 performers from Sun City Theater Club.
Okay.
So it's a
Well, it's a big cast. It's a big cast. I know you didn't mention it, but I do too have a big part in that,
How could I forget?
that movie, and I'm hoping that that's going to lead on to bigger and better things for me. However, let's go on. So, are we going to be seeing any other of your movies? I know you are a movie producer.
Oh, right. There are 2 others that I did here in Sun City that will be showing the same night as the premiere.
All right, most important, tell us the details of the movie. When, where?
Okay, so the big show is on Thursday, September 25th at Magnolia Hall. We'll be on the big screen. 6 o'clock is going to be the red carpet. We're going to have a bit of a red carpet, and then 6:30 I'll start the screening.
Okay, well, we're all looking forward to some of us seeing ourselves in the movie and just seeing the movie and the short stories you do. You're doing a great job, Bob. Thank you so much.
It's a free show. Free show.
Okay, that gets all Sun City.
Rated G, bring the kids.
Okay, we're going to be there.
Okay,
Thanks,
Norma.
Bob.
Thanks so
Thank you.
much.
Now let's head over to Mike Romano for some sports news.
Hello, sports fans. Today we start our report with congratulations to Mary Beth Trombley and Mo Alvey on winning the 2 p.m. Bocce Saturday Spring Bocce Championship. Here we see Mary Beth and Mo proudly displaying their trophy. Congratulations also to all who participated in the Spring League, enduring some extremely hot days. In other bocce news, the fall season begins on Sunday, September 14th and ends on Saturday, November 8th. Annual dues for the Bocce Club are $4. Sign-ups for the fall season are currently underway. We'll have more on bocce membership in the coming weeks. The Tennis Association is currently enrolling players for the Rookie League. The league is open to beginners, novice, and 2.0 through 2.5 players. You must be a member of the Tennis Association to participate. The league runs from September 13th through January 10th. Contact Donna Baumwell at 843-707-1946 for details. The Tennis Association has been invited to play in the very competitive 2025 Survivors Team Tennis Championship, Bluffton versus Hilton Head. Sun City will play in the Bluffton group with 1 or 2 teams. The teams will play in a 10-game pro set tentatively scheduled to run from September through early November. And finishing out tennis news, the Fall Mixed Combo Hybrid Leagues season will run from September 19th to January 8th. The league consists of men and women with a 2.5 and 3.0 rating. You have until August 26th to sign up. In the world of golf, there were 4 holes-in-one reported in the month of July. Congratulations to Rick Lajak and Dean Kitchen for acing Hidden Cypress number 2, and to Lee Fusco and Rich Rakowski for their play at Argent Lakes. Lee aced number 8 and Rich number 11. A great accomplishment for all 4 golfers. Finally, the South Carolina Golf Association is sponsoring the 52nd Annual Senior Better Ball Championship on September 6th and September 7th at the Sanity Country Club. Registration for the event closes on August 20th. Entry fee is $260 per team. It's now time to get outside and have some fun. For Sun City Sports, I'm Mike Romano.
Well, that's our news for this week. Thank you for watching. Catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to click like and subscribe. Now, to see expanded coverage of some of our SCTV stories, tune into our monthly show, Extra. If you have questions and comments, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. Make sure you check in with us next week for all the news that's in your neighborhood. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor.